Right, let's get back into the action. Happy Hauloween. We have one delivery left to do. We're in the middle of Soria at the moment in Spain. Let's see where it wants us to go. I'd be happy with anything down here, really. What do we have on offer? We can go back to Zaragoza. I don't really want to do that. Port de Sagunt. Not really, to be honest. We do not have a very good option. This does at least go through Teruel, so that's a road we've not been down, I think. It's something. Refresh. Oh yeah, it's not giving me any other options. Or we can go to Le Havre, or we can go to Oslo. I'm not sure I want to go to Oslo. How long would that even take me? It's hard to tell because there's a ferry involved. Yeah, it's too hard to actually calculate how long that would take. Le Havre would be 1215 hours, times that by 3 approximately. It's like 45 minutes. Double that. That would be like a 90-minute delivery. Yeah, maybe not. I guess we just go to Port de Sagunt and just be done with it. Like, it's a much shorter delivery than I wanted to do. But what I can do to extend it a little bit is go down some new roads. If we leave to the west and then go south to Madrid. I wanted to go through Teruel, but maybe we just then go down here or something. Unfortunately, because there's only one depot here, we're very restricted in our options. But we'll pick up the trailer first, and then we'll take a look at our map and see what we can do with our GPS to make this delivery a bit more interesting than just driving back the way we came. Because that's always a feels bad from me.
What are we waiting for?
So the first thing I want to change is I definitely want to go this way. Simple as that. So we can go down to Madrid. This whole road is not discovered yet. So we're doing that. But going all the way down here is so far out of the way. I don't think we want to do that either. Let's be honest. I'm not 100% happy, but it's something. Okay, the trip distance is 666 Ks, and it's a Halloween delivery. We lock at it. That's actually perfect.
Drive safe.
I can't be mad with that. I might actually have to stop at one of the rest areas that I flagged as a diversion as well, actually, because how are we off for resting? Yeah, only 4 hours remaining, so halfway through, we're going to have to stop. So that would be around Madrid, I guess. We're going to have to stop anyway. So leaving Soria out of what's essentially the highlands, I guess. It's kind of high altitude forest area. Oh, we've got the hounding nightclub beats to get us moving. Fantastic. It's just as well we'll be sleeping at some point, actually, because otherwise we'd be finishing late at night. Okay, good. I was worried about that intersection being discovered. It's a nice little side road there. The one little X demarking that we're not allowed to drive down there. Just in case it wasn't obvious. Toledillo. Nice little town. Makes you think that maybe they could have just slapped a depot in there as well. But we've already got 51 cities in the region. We don't really need another one, I guess. But 52 would be like one for each week. You could do a year in Iberia and just discover one city each week. Sunflower fields as well. This is almost like a unsung... Oh, do I have my high beams on still? I do. I just noticed that truck flash me with his lights. I still had my high beams on from ages ago. Oops. Oh well. It's not like anyone would really notice during the daytime. What was I saying? It's kind of an unsung part of Spain. I wonder how many people actually drive through this way. How many people take deliveries to Soria? That would be an interesting way of doing the discovery achievements, actually. Instead of it just being one for going to all of the cities in the entire expansion, it would be kind of interesting if it was broken down by cities and towns. So you have like one achievement for visiting all the main cities, and then another one for visiting all the small towns. And then you could see in the achievements board who had been more thorough. Okay, on to the main road. Motorway cruising to Madrid. Autovia del Norte. E5. I mean, Via is just road, right? So it's just an auto, I guess. So it's just like car road north. Alright. I mean, no different than motorway, I guess, yeah. Fair's fair. The giant bull on parade. So here's the gas station up here, and it's off the road, so it's not going to be discovered by us driving through here. That's annoying. Well, I'm not going to go into it because I don't need to. We can save that for another time when maybe we actually need to visit there. Oh, and it's also splitting up the road at this point, so we need to travel north in order to actually discover both directions. Great. Just great. It was unified for a lot of it. And then just this section here, for some reason. It's a weird canyon that we went across. The hills around here look very interesting with this sort of gravelly texture. Oh, we're now entering Madrid, apparently. I thought we were still quite a ways away, but I guess it is a big city. So we're entering the northern reaches of Madrid. Speed limit through the tunnel is meant to be 80, but... oh well. I'll take what I can get in terms of speeding here and there. It's a weird design of the road and how it's been laid out on the map too, because some parts of it are recognized as just one big blob. Other parts, like this, it is recognized as separate in terms of north versus south. Oh no, now it's not again. It was just under the bridge, I guess. That's weird. I'd honestly have expected the opposite, that the open road sections here would be different each way. But when it got to like a bridge or something, that it was unified for simplicity, because you've got the bit going over the top anyway. But apparently not. Not really any particular rhyme or reason to it. Yeah, now it splits for this bit, annoyingly, even though this bit should also be the same. Ah, sun's starting to go down too, so we should look for a place to sleep at some point. This zoom level is pretty bad for showing places to sleep though. So we've got to go through the intersection to the south, so we're not even at Madrid yet. I reckon we were in the, I guess it was the Madrid region. But we're certainly nowhere near the city just yet. And hopefully we can find a rest stop somewhere near there. We might just chuck it on this view. So it's the same one as what we get on the dash. It's much better at showing the icons for rest areas. The static one at first zoom seems to be good at showing gas stations, but it doesn't show rest stops. It's kind of weird. Be nice if you could configure what it showed. We're just going to go around these guys. They're stuck behind a truck that's going slowly. Well, that's an annoying bit that I haven't discovered as well. I guess I was hoping that I'd be going off there from this direction at some point. So many places where to completely explore them, you just feel obliged to just drive the wrong way on things. It's not good.
Keep right, and then exit right.
So what are we doing up here? I didn't do anything... Okay, well, I can't go straight ahead, so I have to let the truck go by so I can go off to the right. I didn't do anything fancy at this one, but we could go around the entire cloverleaf just to at least satisfy that. Which I think I might do. I'm not pressed for time or anything. So let's just jump into the cab because it's easier for doing these sorts of corners. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, and then we'll be
keep left.
Going the way that we want to, after having done everything else.
Rerouting.
There we go. Now it tells us what to do. We'll be doing this at the next intersection as well. Because it just reduces a little bit of the complexity. Still not ideal. Still have to do all of the throughways and cornerways. But at least it gets these ones done. This is where it would be so nice if it was all just one big blob. Don't know why it's deemed easier in terms of their map design to have it all as separate pieces. Surely, like, if you're wanting to make each intersection look distinct, like, you've got the signs and everything in here as well, so surely the overall intersection for, you know, Madrid North or whatever is all just one big chunk. So why not have that recognized as one big chunk when it comes to discovering it? Whatever. Starting to get dark now, so we do want to look for somewhere to stop and have a sleep. We finished doing our loop-the-loops and rejoin the main flow. Now the annoying thing is that the icons show up at the zoom level, but it doesn't give you a wider context to know that, oh, if I turned off here, I would be able to go to a rest area.
Keep left.
So let's take a look. Yeah, because that probably is a rest area on the top side there. But I don't really want to go into the city. Can at least go back into the scenic view and catch the last vestiges of the sunset. The dusky cloud around the horizon. Guess it's a case of when I see something to do with the turn-off, then I can zoom in and check whether or not there is a place to stop at that point.
Keep right.
But I don't fancy my chances, to be honest. There's not actually many places to stop up on here.
Exit
And ideally I would do the same cloverleaf loop-the-loop here.
Go straight.
But I won't bother because there's far too much else around Madrid to have to discover. I shouldn't have bothered even with the last one, really, but this one especially. There's depots up ahead that I'd be needing to go to in future. So there's lots of other reasons why we're going to be coming back to this intersection.
Keep left.
This is the annoying bit where it says keep left and gives you very little space to actually merge. And no one wants to let you in. Oh, okay. I thought I was further away from that truck. I knew I should have gone onto the shoulder. This is why I usually drive on the shoulder and undertake everyone. At least it didn't do any damage. Just gonna sneak on by there. I guess now we put our high beams back on again. You are getting tired, I'm aware, but I'm not seeing anywhere to actually stop and sleep, which is a slight problem. It's dark very quickly. The time just passes so fast. You barely notice it when it's at night or during the day, but as soon as it's in between, basically halfway there now. Certainly can't do this all in one delivery, or in one stretch. Going to have to stop. Is there somewhere to rest up here? I almost just have to go off up here and just hope that there is. I'm not desperately hopeful,
Find a new route.
but I just have to go off here and hope that there's somewhere for me to sleep. There is. Good. I mean, I kind of figured that this has got to be a rest area. Oh, there is actually a depot up here. So I guess I'm just fortunate that there is in fact somewhere to also rest, because half the time in these little outlier areas, there's still no place to stop.
The roundabout. Take the fourth exit.
Even though when you think about it in terms of
Okay.
reality,
Let's find a new route.
how many places do you know of, like a little outskirt area like this, that won't at least have a gas station, right? But in this game, it's so common that nope, no gas station for you. Actually, I'm just going to go straight ahead and just go all the way around the block. I mean, I know at some point we're going to come back to go to the depot here and explore more thoroughly. Okay, it's literally a gas station off to the left there, and there is a truck parked at it, but it's not on my map as a place that I can stop at.
Never mind.
Go figure.
Find a new route.
Like, thankfully I don't need gas, I just need to stop for rest.
At the roundabout.
But it is a tad absurd that they have these outskirt town areas, and yet they don't include a gas station. Because I have been caught short a few times where I've needed gas and not had anywhere to get it. And at least with sleep, like with the fatigue simulation, if I get caught short, and this is literally just a pull-in area. That's it. This is our truck stop. Is it even going to let me stop? It didn't even give me the prompt to stop. Okay, game. What are you playing at? Now I have to do a U-turn and go back in because I apparently missed the tiny box that I was meant to hit. So where is it that I'm supposed to park to get this rest area? There's this car park here. I pulled in at the end of it. Okay, halfway along. My trailer is probably sticking out the back. But never mind. Let's stop and rest. So stupid. They couldn't even furnish me with a proper car park area? Whatever. But at least with the fatigue, if you really get caught short, and if this was a gas station, for example, without a service area, without a place to sleep, you can just go into the menu and turn fatigue simulation off if you're really caught short. And then just enable it later once you've had the ability to find somewhere to stop. With fuel consumption, you can't do that. You can toggle between realistic fuel consumption, but that's it. And if you're caught short in an external contract, you can't just call for services either, because that cancels your contract, stupidly. There's a few layers of quality of life that would be nice to see addressed, but it's less of a priority to them. They're much more interested in making their user interface worse. At least they're expanding the map quite nicely still, and redoing some of the old areas, every area that isn't the UK. But it would be nice if they gave some thought to gameplay quality of life instead of just the user experience in the menus, which is now, yeah, objectively worse. Never mind. I mean, presumably some designer had to find some work to do, so fair do. So now we're on the road heading towards the coast again. Heading southeast from Madrid. Definitely filling out this journey a little bit more. Be interesting to see what our map percentage is actually up to for Spain once I'm finished this. It'll have gained a couple of percentage points, but it's still pretty woeful, I think. I'm probably nowhere near even halfway. I really do need to make a more concerted effort in just picking up some of the little areas that I have yet to discover. Because I certainly don't need to do that all on stream. A lot of it's going to be pretty boring and just bouncing around with quick jobs. And here's a big service area up here. So I could have eked it out a little bit longer maybe, just to get up here. I think this was probably the one that I did remember seeing on the map, but it's just a little bit further than ideal. We'll just drive straight on the main road. We're going to have to come back this way 3 different times, it looks like. Ideally, if you're doing a map exploration drive, you would drive through the services, turn around, drive back on the main road, and then go back around through the services again. Just to make sure that you explored everything on this direction, so then you'd only have to come back the other direction once to do the same thing. Otherwise, you're kind of setting yourself up to have to drive the same road 4 times. I really wish there were more areas that just didn't have barriers. That's also where maybe you need to see if there's a mod that just turns off barrier collision. I do kind of want to find one for toll booths at least, because they're just a pain. But finding ones for like center barriers and stuff would also be useful. Just being able to turn around wherever you please can be really handy sometimes. Right, so up here is not the one that I changed to do loop the loop as well. But again, might be one that I do just drive all around.
And then exit right.
So I hope you like right turns.
Exit right. Keep left.
It's just a lot easier when the only discovery that you have left over to do is the straights and the diagonals.
Rerouting.
Whee! At least the downward ones are nice.
And then exit right.
It's much more fun doing the ones that are downhill.
Exit right.
And uphill slog again. A speed limit of 60, but we can barely even do that up the hill with this trailer anyway.
And then exit right.
So we've got 2 more now. I think this is the last loop, and then it's the one that we were meant to do properly in the first place. Ooh, I was doing so well, and then I wasn't.
Right. And then exit right. Exit right.
That is the downside to the downhill ones. They're more fun, but you can run away with your speed just a little bit too much sometimes. Okay, now we can do this properly. And we'll be doing that again at the next one, I believe. We've got a slight downhill going on. We're actually up to 95. I'll take that. Provincia de Valencia. It's not going to last, but... Alright, here's the other little service area as well that we're going to drive through.
Keep right.
Because we've done the main road before.
Exit right.
So the least we can do is just slow down.
Make a U-turn now.
Go into the apron of this area and then just turn around.
Okay.
Come straight back
Let's
again.
find a new route.
Well, you know what? I might actually just fill up anyway.
When
Why not?
possible, make a U-turn.
I'm here anyway. I look to be less than half on my tank. So I may as well fill up. Now the funny thing is the other truck didn't even stop. He just drove straight through, turned around, and went back out again. Which is what I was originally going to do, so... fellow Pathfinder, I guess? Just cutting the corner a bit just to save a little bit of time. Yeah, bit of an uphill slog now. Ride the shoulder a bit, we can make it a slightly shorter distance at least. We just cut off traffic and drift across the lanes to go the inside of this corner. And big viaduct. Fortunately, we've been this way before. Kinda surprised it's not a photo opportunity, frankly. Big power station or something? If it's a distinctive enough building to put in the game like that, it's got very clear design. Why is it not a photo opportunity?
Keep left. Keep left. Keep right, and then exit right.
Yep, here's our next loop-the-loop section.
Exit right.
And this is where we're then going ahead to just go round the gas station, basically. Because the road itself, we're not allowed to keep going on. Weirdly. I don't know where it would lead, but...
Keep right, and then exit right.
It is strange that they don't include more of the just main roads and their destinations.
Exit right.
Okay, let's mindful of our speed here as we go down. Maybe we do actually want to obey the 40 km an hour limit. A lot of the time it's just when I happen to be steering with the thumbstick, because it is an analog sort of input, but at the same time it's a little bit digital, especially with the dead zone configuration. It's a lot harder to just smoothly steer with the thumbstick, because it's too easy to steer too much and then have to back off like almost entirely. So it does end up being a bit on-off, on-off.
Keep right.
More like if you were using the keyboard. It's certainly a lot less granular than
exit right.
A lot less smooth than using a wheel. Maybe I should get a wheel. Just not sure it'll fit on my desk.
Keep left.
Maybe if I push my keyboard back, I guess. But I don't want it on all the time. So I'd need to be able to just unmount it and put it somewhere else all the time. That's a pain.
Keep right, and then exit right.
It would matter less if like I
Exit
only
right.
used that or only played driving games, but far too much variety on my plate to make that feasible. I guess I can just stash it in the cupboard until I need it, maybe. It's just a whole process of like getting it out and clamping it and everything every single time. Okay, I can't tell because of how the map is done whether or not I've discovered the road by going through the services. I just have to hope. Okay, well, I'm going straight here anyway. I'm not going through the rest stop.
Keep right.
That's another thing that I'll have to do another time. Which means I do have the
Exit right.
potential for coming back this way sometime. Such a weird arrangement for where the services are. Or not services, where the rest stop is. Like, there's so many other locations that probably have similar weird little bits off to the side next to interchanges and stuff, so why have they chosen to include that one specifically? Oh, it actually goes underneath the motorway. I thought it was another on-ramp, but no, it just goes through and underneath. Interesting. Well, again, something for another time. Getting nearer to the coast, but we're actually still quite a ways inland, I think. But we are delivering all the way to a port. Not one that has any ferries that go anywhere, though. But we're certainly seeing a few more, like, there's palm tree and stuff back there. I do like this bit with the plants in the middle of the road, too. It's nice. Looks like an old fort off to the left up here, maybe? Looks like a good photo opportunity, just saying.
Keep right.
They've been really stingy with the photo ops, I feel. There's been quite a few pretty distinctive looking places that I feel would have made sense to have captured as photo opportunities. Oh, do I want to... I want to discover that little bit there on the intersection, so I just don't have to worry about doing this bit in future. To do that, seriously, another damage point for just knocking over a divider? It's going to be another one here too, probably. No, not quite. We're doing this, and then this. Wait, what? Oh, it's getting caught on the pole. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. A little bit further. There we go. Thankfully, no one's coming.
Find a new route.
Yeah, there's been lots of landmarks or interesting bits of scenery and stuff. Like there was the whatchamacallit, the viaduct back earlier. That felt like it had a specific name. It felt like it could have been a photo opportunity. A few other things that felt that was distinctive enough for them to put in the game, but not distinctive enough for them to make a photo opportunity for the gallery. They seem to be really stingy and only have like a few per country. It's like you could have basically one per city or more. Like, why not? Go nuts. So If I was going here on a holiday, I'd be taking thousands of pictures. A few dozen is not outside the realm of possibility. Okay, this is ridiculous. I could just make traffic disappear by fiddling with the graphics settings.
Turn right.
But otherwise, we just do this. Okay, we let him go. He's going to stop, and he's turning right anyway. And we're just going to go around the outside. I am not interested in the level of realism of waiting in a queue of 10 cars to be able to turn right. Oh good, there's a services up here I can repair, now that I'm up to like 20%. Chances of getting engine malfunctions is a lot higher, so be a good idea, probably after I do the delivery, before I start anything next time, just doing a repair.
Go straight.
And just getting myself all fresh and ready for my next delivery. Whenever that may be.
At the roundabout.
Who am I kidding? I'm not likely to play this again until after there's been more map changes, and then it'll fast travel me to another services anyway. That's what always ends up happening.
Keep right, and then turn right.
At least they have it now that you can select where you travel to. It used to be that it would always put you back to your headquarters, wherever that happened to be based, so I'd always end up back in Prague. At least now they give you the option of where to fast travel, and they indicate, generally, the city that you last were in. Like, it'll show you your last location. So you can, like this time, I just selected Geneva again, because that's where I was.
Get ready to turn left.
Nice place to finish. I am surprised that there isn't a ferry with any destinations here. I would have expected there'd be some cargo destinations. But I guess it's more about the actual, like, cargo ships as opposed to a passenger ferry that may include a truck.
This is where it ends.
Where do you need it? You know what? That actually looks better. Because we're already on the right angle anyway. Because otherwise we'd have to park it in behind that car trailer over there, and that just seems annoying. I guess we line it up on the bollards. What did I even hit? Who knows? These things don't have collision, they're just added in as a marker to remove the big green box that normally exists, or white box, I guess. Oh, well, that was easy. I'm straightening it up purely just because I can. There we go. Job done. Another excellent delivery. I think that's all of our deliveries for this that we've actually done without any delivery damage. We've taken some trailer damage and definitely some truck damage occasionally, but we've done no delivery damage. We've not been penalized at all. So I'm happy with that. So our indicated distance when we set off was actually 666, which was great. We ended up driving almost, like, we drove 90 kilometers extra because we were doing all the roundabout things and having to go into the services. And we leveled up. Lovely. More importantly, Happy Hauloween, 13 out of 13 done. I think the community goal is also well and truly smashed by now, doing the 1.3 million deliveries. They probably could have made it like 6,666,666 deliveries instead, if they really wanted to. That's another event done. Where are we at with our world map percentages now? We've ended up back in Port de Sagunt. We've been here once before. To this very location, in fact. We need to discover the other two depots. We also need to go into Teruel. We need to go up to Vandalos. There's so much unfinished business in Spain. So what are we at? We're at 72.5 across everything. We've not even been to Albania or Montenegro yet. Oops. Sweden's still sitting at 99.26% awkwardly. That's weird to me. I thought I had that at 100. Spain. Where's Spain? I'm blind. Spain. I expect it to be alphabetical left to right, but instead it's columns for some reason. I don't get it. We're over 50%. Okay, that's surprising. I thought we were going to be at like 40-something%. Portugal, we're at 31%. That's pretty bad. So we should make a more concerted effort to work our way through Spain and end up in Portugal. But you know what they say about good intentions. Well, that has been another Halloween event. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.